Günaydın okuyucular, ben Tilly from Tilly's Shelf, and welcome to Kitapı Kahvaltesi, I think. So I fully expected and intended to be making this week's video from a small island in the Shetlands. However, fate intervened and decided that we couldn't go to the Shetland Islands, and as random turns of events would have it, we wound up in Turkey, in Cappadocia. So I don't know whether you can see much of the surrounding landscape, but it is pretty spectacular. And I can't say that we've got any complaints as to where we've wound up. So yeah, to focus on the books and the reading, I've mostly been reading The Colour of Magic by Terry Pratchett, which is the first of the Discworld books. I have been told by my brother, who is a devoted Terry Pratchett reader, that this isn't the best of the books, and it is very intensely random, and it's hard, like my husband was saying, that it's hard to get a sense of belief in, like, any sense of suspense, I suppose, for the characters, because he just invents some kind of really crazy way for them to get out of trouble every time. But it's an entertaining one to be reading when you're travelling somewhere unexpectedly, because it's all about, like, very random events that happen to them, these two people, while they're on this journey, and just, like, all these problems keep cropping up for them. Yeah, so it's a funny travel-related story, I suppose. The other thing that I've been reading is The Hobbit by Tolkien. Believe I forgot that. So we've been doing that as a joint audiobook. The idea was that we had a 9-hour drive to Scotland, to the northern end of Scotland, so we were going to listen to it as we drove. Obviously that didn't happen, so we're listening to it, like, in bits and bobs, on, like, long journeys and so on that we have here. And that's been quite enjoyable, but again, about people going on extensive exhibitions. And I think you could say that the landscape around here, it's so fantastical that you could fit it to certain scenes in, I guess, various fantasy books. It reminds me most of maybe Emin Muir, but I think that's a lot damper, and that's in The Lord of the Rings, not The Hobbit. But anyway, so that's been quite enjoyable. What I normally do when I travel to a different country is I try and read books by authors from that country, but I just didn't have time to prepare that, and we haven't found any particular bookshops here. So anyway, I hope you're all well, and I am going to go and eat my lovely breakfast here, and yeah, then I'm going to go to a Hittite underground city that was expanded by Byzantine Christians in the 6th century, which is surprising and interesting and quite special. Okay, speak soon.